Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the reality. We talk all things reality TV or whatever. I'm your host, Farrell. I'm joined by our wonderful, wonderful co-host, Lee. How you doing?
I'm doing good. The girls thought it was going to be a finale. It was a two-parter for no reason. Don't know why. Definitely extending it because who the hell was trying to watch this during Big Brother week? Not I.
Not me. Not I. I don't know what the hell the challenge production has going on, but let's be real. Let's be honest. Y'all gave us 8 boring ass episodes. No shade.
No shade.
And then you promoted it as a finale for the 9th episode. Mind you, it was not a finale.
It was a whole part 2.
Very disappointing, but hey, it was a good episode, in my opinion. So, we moved.
Yeah, I was pretty tuned in.
We will still be tuned in next week, unfortunately. Oh, we started off the episode, and if you recall, Derek got voted in by Mark because Mark ran him. So Derek got voted in, and he felt like he had the power to decide his fate. So he said, I'm scared of Wes. No, he didn't say he's scared of Wes. Reality was he was scared of Wes, so he picked me and Nehemiah. What he said was he that he was scared of Wes and he picked me?
Me and Wes have had our fights and our arguments, so, I'm going to go ahead. Weak ass bitch. He chose Nehemiah. And guess what the fuck happened?
And with that being said, the loser is not here. So we will bring this up.
And I just want to say, I feel so bad for Derek because we mentioned this in the podcast, like back in the day. Like Derek was one of those players who will always get cut right before the final. And look at him. He's repeating himself. And it's like he went out talking about some, I'm never going to be done with the challenge. I don't know. Some of y'all need to hang it up.
What's it called? A retirement, babe. A retirement plan. Something 401k. I don't know. Like, wrap it up. They really need to add benefits to the challenge because the girls be playing the challenge for decades.
They probably do. The girls who come back to back season, I hope they have benefits. I hope they have 401k. I hope they need to have
leave. They should have a day off.
PTO, I really hope they're paying them because at this point, this is salary. Like at this point, when they're filing their taxes, the challenge MTV is on their taxes yearly.
Literally,
this is a job.
Yearly,
this is a job.
This is a whole committed
a 9 to 5,
even a 9 to 5, even. So after Nehemiah whoops Derek's ass, mind you, I was a little bit surprised because Nehemiah had been saying all season, I'm just faking it. I can win these competitions if I wanted to. Low key, I was like, can you?
Yeah, because also something about Nehemiah in the older seasons I binged. I don't know if he become the challenge beast later on from what I was seeing, but he was never one of the main girls when it came to the challenge. I watched 5 seasons and he didn't make it to the final in any one of those. So I was kind of gagged myself. I thought Derek was going to win, but nope. Nehemiah ate it up.
Boom. So we get to the girls' elimination. And if you remember, Kayla and Kellyanne were both scared to go against Miss Queen Naya, so they chose not to do that. So what happened instead was that TJ had them set up, holding the poles, ready to pole wrestle or whatever. Mind you, Excuse me. Oh, God. Mind you, this is the first elimination that we've had that has been physical. So I'm actually ready to see Kayla and Kellyanne kind of scrapple, dabble. Girl, why TJ talk about some... well, we've already had Veronica leave.
So we wouldn't want another.
We would. Why did Veronica leave? For a toe?
That's the real issue.
That's the real issue. So TJ says, "Never mind, sisters," and so they step back and they step back. So
and I'm quickly elated because I come to the realization all the bad bitches are in the final.
Period. No, literally the way this was the list of people we wanted in the final 4 or 5 episodes. Go look back.
Look back.
This is what we said. We got
main girls only.
Main girls only. Now the boys, who really cared?
No, Daddy West is there. And we're going to get into that later on.
We shouldn't, but we will, unfortunately. So, after this, what's that man's name? TJ is like, look, sisters, we're not having the second elimination, but what we are going to have is all of y'all come on down, girls. So they came on down, and all of them are lined up. The girls and the boys are lined up. And he's like, well, it's you've all made the final before, and we're gonna see if you guys make the final again. But first, like, sir, is this Big Brother? We know y'all are moving to CBS, but here we go. Talking about, but first, there's gonna be another challenge. So they have another challenge, another boring challenge, mind you, no shade. But the challenge is called Wall of Fame. So there's been a wall in the house of a bunch of images of past finale events that has just been sitting there. And TJ has told them to go look at it with the woo. And the girls are like, we was not looking at it, TJ. We was partying. We was putting on costumes. We was drinking. We was arguing. We was fighting. We was playing challenges. We was not looking at this wall.
My thing is, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is this a mental HOH or is this a challenge? Like, because my ass would not have paid attention to one single picture on that motherfucking wall.
I definitely would have lost.
Oh, 100%.
1,000% would have lost.
Down. Or I would have cheated, like somebody.
We will get into it. Look. So, this is not hair. So, they started off as the Wall of Fame. And basically, does he explain this before or after? He says, do not get last, bitch.
Do not get last.
So, it's giving, are they going to get eliminated? And then the final's going to be the big three. So, we at this point, we're scared. We're like, don't get last, don't get last. So, we started off and everyone's competing simultaneously. It just so happens. So they all start to compete and they are trying to answer 24 questions related to the 24 images that are based off of the 24 players who've been in the game. Something like that, boo.
Like that, sure.
Every answer is a different name. So they get to it. Boo. Wes gets it first because he's a genius. This is weird, man. He literally had already studied it, I feel, because the fact that he was able to get it so fast and shit, it's like...
It's like he got it in 5 seconds. It was like, bloop, okay, well, on to the next one.
So Wes gets first. And keep in mind, throughout this entire podcast, the placements they get matter.
They matter.
So be ready for numbers. Be ready for 1 through 4s. Be ready for 10 points to 11 points to 9 points to 8 points because you're going to have to keep up. Can you keep up? Okay, Wes wins first place. Boom. Nehemiah gets second. Boom. So of the boys, it's just Mark and Brad. Mark gets it. Mark gets third, and Brad gets last. So if you remember, Wes gets first. Nehemiah gets second. Mark gets third, and Brad, loser ass, gets last. Now let me talk about Brad. Let me talk about Brad real quick because all season, Brad is like, oh, I just don't want this to happen, but oh well, and I just wish we didn't have this stupid plan, but I'm gonna go with it, and I just wish they didn't do this. Why are we working with Wes? And are they ever gonna get out Jordan? And I just want MJ to go home. And it's like, sir, when will you actively do something and you won't? And this is the karma comes back to bite him in his ass this episode. You'll see it. It's already starting. This is the start of the Brad karma downfall.
And this is also just a negative outcome of this whole we're besties type shit. Like, I understand we're good friends in real life, but Brad has made it very clear that he's here for a check. My thing is, if you were so here for a check, why did you let people get to the end that could easily beat you?
Not just one person. All three of these niggas can, they're not niggas. All three of these men can beat this man. So it's like, what are you doing, sir? But we move. And literally, the order that I accidentally put them in on the screen is the first place is on the left and the last place is on the right. So, boo, use that as a initial remembrance. So, for the girls, Janae gets first, bad bitch, illegal, purr. Then we have a situation. So, the rest of the girls are struggling. They're all trying to figure out the words. Kayla has a confessional. I just can't get this last one. So, I'm really going to try to figure out how I can get this last one.
And then we see her, walk, because there's a space between, where's that space? It's like you can kind of walk away from your board like you're struggling. Y'all know when you taking a test in class and you gotta to look at their paper. You gotta
pick up your pencil.
You gotta
let me go to the restroom, get up and walk back.
Yeah.
I gotta stretch.
So So Kayla was giving very much that, like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out about this name. Let me step away and look directly at Naya's board. So Kayla gets the answer from Queen Naya's board, and she clocks in for second. Yeah. And Miss Naya became very pissed about that because she clocks immediately. See, one thing about Miss Naya, she's gonna clock the girl.
She's gonna clock
immediately. Went to the diary room and was like,
went to the diary.
Did she just cheat on me? Immediately, then she got it. She was like, cheating ass bitch. I don't know. Like, honestly, like, I wonder what kept Naya from whacking this bitch in the face real quick.
A good quick bop. Like a quick.
I would have lost my, I love Naya. She's grown as a woman, but that would have tested me. You see how the devil trying to put obstacles in your way?
Mm-hmm.
But see, what? Naya didn't let it.
It would have gave Portland flashbacks, Avery in the mirror flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I thought that bitch was Avery real quick.
No, because she's crazy. This is like one of the most important challenges. We don't even know if they're getting eliminated if they get last. And Kayla cheated off that girl. And honestly, Kayla, like, girl. But I mean, I guess she's a villain queen. I don't know. Me, if I was Naya, it would have been a bigger problem than it was.
The whole challenge would need to stop. TJ?
Right, no, for real. I was actually expecting her to, like, snitch, high key. I was expecting her to be like, wait a minute. She did say, oh, she cheated. She did slip that up. She was like, she cheated. Kayla, no, I didn't. I didn't. Oh.
I know. She went with it. I guessed it. Yo, I guessed every answer.
Guessed it. How did I get it before her, but I cheated off? Girl, you know how cheating works. Y'all ever cheated on somebody, y'all got a higher score than them? Girl, it happens.
It happens.
You knew the other answers, but you didn't know the one, and you cheated for the one. I don't know. So, boom. The order for the girls is Janae, Kayla, Kelly Ann, Naya gets last.
Queen. And I thought it was over for my sister.
Girl, at this point, it's like, I don't know what's happening. Are they going home? So TJ says, all of you wolves is going to the finals. The order in which y'all finish is the order in which y'all will begin the final. We'll get more into that later. So
he got first,
right? But if you got first, you'll go first in the final. If you got last, you go last in the final. Everybody get it? Good.
Get it. So the pairs are going to be starting off. Wes and Janae, Nehemiah and Kayla, Mark and Kelly Ann, and Brad and Naya.
Boom. Keep that in your mind. Put a pin in that because other shit happens. So, we go back to the villa. At the villa, Kayla and Naya have a discussion. And basically, Naya's like...
begins to lie.
Naya says, give me 2 reasons why I shouldn't bop your ass in your face. She doesn't say that. But basically, that's what she was getting at. Like, come on, girl. What's going on? What's the key? Kayla starts lying to her face. Now,
I wasn't cheating, I swear. I didn't even look over there. I was just looking in that direction, and your boy happened to be there, and I happened to see the answer, and I happened to get it, and I happened to get second, but I didn't cheat off you. I just feel like, I just don't want to lose a friendship. And I actually have told that girl, I've known you for like 3 weeks, bitch. I don't know you. We're not friends, okay?
We're not friends, boo. And my thing is, Kayla, if you're gonna tell a lie, tell a good lie. You ever seen Survivor? Go check it out, babe. Tell a good lie, babe. Like, I don't know. Like, girl, everybody saw through that. Naya was like, this bitch, she really just lied on me. Lying on me is crazy. So after that, Naya goes and talks to Janae, her black sister. She has to be around a black person at that point. She was getting heated. She's like, look, Janae, this bitch finna get hit in the face. Like, I don't know what to tell her, but she really playing. She tested me. And what Naya said, she said, she's, what's she say? Not she's lucky.
She's very fortunate.
Fortunate.
She said, no, because, and this was saying, like, that's why I really wanted to know the reason why she has slapped this, because we all know Naya, but she even says it in this moment. She's very fortunate. Mm-hmm. God has definitely blessed sister that I have grown as a person. She's definitely blessed.
Definitely blessed. Naya said she's lucky that I evolved.
and then she said, she's confessional. She's like, I'm not going to allow myself to get in the way again, because we all know the last time we saw Miss Naya, it was Battle of the Exes at the finale. She, got into it with Jordan, who is now her whole fuck buddy.
They literally are fucking.
She got sent home for some BS with Jordan, even though now they're fucking, so whatever. But she's basically kind of reminiscing that, and like, I am not going to, be the reason why I get sent home. Like, I'm gonna put it all out there in that final. And it's like, period, bad bitch. Period. Illegal. These ugly bitches is really boosted my ego.
The fuck? So after that, Mark has we have a montage of basically the girls hyping themselves up for the finale. One thing I'm gonna do is skip that move. So after the montage, Naya and Nehemiah have a talk, and basically Naya's like, you my number one, right? And Nehemiah like, yeah. Basically, if it's giving black power, we go brother's gonna stick together. This kind of matters because in the final, you get paired up sporadically. So Naya is like hoping that there's a way that she can get paired up with Nehemiah. Boom. So she also
and I love it. I love the black communication because over here at the Reality Kingdom, we root for everyone black. Okay, we also root for the Caucasians and other girls too, but we root for the blacks first.
Blacks first.
So. We were happy to see, Naya and Nehemiah coming together like this. Naya and Johnny came together in the earlier scene. We love black unity because, as TJ mentioned himself, it was getting a lot lighter. Because as we all recall, when the season first started, there was a lot of Negroes in the cast. I don't know where they went.
Gone.
They no longer here. So I'm happy my black brethren are in the final. Yes.
Period. So, excuse me. Basically, Naya's like, I want y'all to know that I'm a dog. Player. I
get it.
And so we have that scene. Boom. After that, the girls have a cheers, and basically Naya's like,
"Oh, go by Naya first, because I want to."
Naya's like, we cheers it, but at this moment, I really want to bust that bitch Kayla in her face. No, she doesn't say that, but that's
the energy she gives. Like,
just basically,
I'm worried about one thing, but I really want to gag about this. Some of my girls, y'all know. Let's get into Wes walking in that kitchen with that body, y'all. I said this a while back. We're not about to sit up here and lie and act like Wes don't got a body on him, okay? He came out with the tone and the breeze. That thing, I know the girls were trying not to look. I was looking.
What they say about Tamara Maui?
I am a white man's whore, and I'm proud of it. I don't even care. Are we gonna act like he didn't look good as hell? Come on. Now you're just lying.
It's given that it's little, and I can't get past that.
I can never get past that. You could see it.
You couldn't, babe. You couldn't. That's the issue. So after that, that was the next scene because I wrote it down.
I almost couldn't get to the rest of the episode. Like, I was leaking after that.
You shouldn't have been. Oh, you pissed me off. So Wes walked in naked, and basically he was like, I don't know why the girls drinking and woota and partying. Me, I get prepared for my finals days in advance. So I'm only eating carbs, meat, and water. And it's like, okay, good for you. Anyway.
I got something else you can eat now.
I ain't drunk enough for this. Okay, so the final starts. So we get to the final. We get a hood classic, whatever hood classic they had designated for this episode.
They get real urban over here on the Channel All Stars.
Whatever it was. They had a real hood classic play, and then they all went to the final. So the finals gonna start. So they're getting there, and Wes is already like, damn, it's hot, humid, and muggy, and it's 6 a.m. So they was already in a bad state, y'all. They finna fall out. They be having these people ready to die on the final.
They do.
You are going to die in the final, bitch.
Your big ass is going to die in the final.
Was that Naya?
That was Naya. Oh my God. Sarah, your big ass is going to die in the final.
Oh my God. She was. She should have tore Kayla ass up just like that.
She's grown. She's grown. She's mother now.
Oh my God. You could be mother and still be tearing in the girl's ass. I think the issue is, this is what I was thinking when I was watching it. I think the issue is like some people, I feel like some people, if they gonna get into your ass, they gonna get into your ass.
And that's what Naya
And I think Naya, she don't ever want to turn it on, because if she turns it on, babe, it's gonna be over for you.
That's me. Like, there really is no in between with the emotions. It's either 100 or 0.
Period. So we get to the final. We're at the final. It's already hot and shit. Hot damn. Johnny, fun fact, Johnny has made it to every single final of All Stars. That's cute or whatever. So
Queen. Car Maria, count your days.
Period. Let me go ahead and tell y'all what the stars are for. This is going to be very, very complicated, so listen the fuck up. For some reason, they made this challenge all the fuck. Listen up! First, the stars are only relevant to the people who won the most, which is Nehemiah and Janae. Janae? It's Janae. So, Janae and Nehemiah both start off with 5 stars, which means they start off the final with 5 points. Period. The final is a race. There are going to be checkpoints throughout this race that can provide you with more points. Another way to get points is getting to the checkpoints faster. The first to the checkpoints gets 4 points. The second to the checkpoint gets 3, then 2, then 1. At those checkpoints, you will compete against one of your fellow finalists. So, for example, Wes and Nehemiah could compete. That means that Mark and Brad will be forced to compete against each other. Whoever wins those competitions will gain 5 extra points. So you could gain 4 from being first, and then you can gain 5 from winning the competition. Boom.
You explained that well. Way better than they did.
Way better than them, I fear, because we had to figure it out while watching.
That's anyway. The thing. I always wonder, I wonder how long those cutscenes always take when rules are being explained, like in reality show competitions. Because I just know I would have several questions. I'd be like, so we go here and do what? Okay, so if we get that, will we have to then do, I would have so many questions. TJ would be mad at me.
So many fucking questions. So, like I said, Nehemiah and John, they start off with 5. Everybody else has 0. And the winner of the previous competition is the order in which they will be starting the race. So first, we have Wes and John A. They have a 30-second start. I think it's 30-second staggers. So Wes and John A. start first. They go run. They start running. They have to run down a runway. They have to get a key, and then they have to go run to the checkpoint. That's the first situation. So Wes and John A. start 30 seconds ahead. And at first I was like, 30 seconds? But girl, 30 seconds is clearly a good gap because the girls were gone.
Yeah.
The girls were running. So Wes and John A. run first. Kayla and Nehemiah run second. Kellyanne and Mark run third. Naya and Brad run fourth. Boom. As they're running, the sun is coming out. They mentioned that they were finna die in the final. So it's looking bad. Brad kind of throws these shady ass confessionals. I don't know if he was intending to be shady, but he kind of was like, "Ooh, I wish me and my partner could overlap some of these people." And it's like, are you shading Naya? I don't know.
Mind you, y'all are both last, so shade yourself,
you
babe.
lost, boo. Like, you're a loser. And we will get into that later in the episode when we find out that he still has 1 point by the end of this shit.
That's the gag.
Fuck. Anyways, so at this point, everybody has 0 points except Nehemiah and Janae. So we get to the
it's Janae.
It is Janae. I'm sorry. So everyone gets to the checkpoints in the order in which their advantage was. So boom, So here's an update on the points.
Oh my god!
The fuck. So we get to the point. The girls, Janae has 9 points at this point. Kayla is in second with 3. Kellyanne's in third with 2. Naya's in fourth with 1.
Ciao. Good for my sister.
Not looking for it for my sister.
Yes.
The boys. The boys. Nehemiah has 8 points. Wes has 4. Mark has 2. And Brad has 1. Loser. We move. So this competition is they have to build a raft, paddle out, and then come around the buoy and paddle back to the shore. So Janae is basically like, I know Naya trash at this, so I'm definitely going to choose Naya to go against in this.
Big mistake.
Big mistake. But I thought you were a sidekick. Okay, so Janae chooses Naya, and then that means Kayla and Kellyanne are going to go against each other. Wes chooses Brad because Brad's a flop, and that means Mark and Nehemiah has to go against each other. So Janae versus Naya. Kayla versus Kellyanne. One of those pairings will win 5 points. The other will win zilch. Same thing with the boys. Boom. Naya says she has a confessional. She's like, basically, I'm running a mental race within myself, and I'm not gonna worry about these other girlies. I'm gonna worry about myself, and that's gonna get me far. Exactly. So Boom. We go. Wes and Brad are going against each other, and basically Wes is like, ooh, Brad is on my ass. I'm going to need to speed it up. So Wes is trying to speed it up, but Brad is on his ass. Boom, 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 boom. We get to it. Kellyanne is flopping. She's in last place. She was the last to put her thing together. Girl.
It's bad for mamas.
It's been bad for Kellyanne. Naya passes up Janae, and it's like, oh. Because we thought Naya wasn't good at this. Naya done passed up Janae. She done passed up all the other girls. Naya's in first for the girls.
Don't underestimate Mother.
Never do that. Nehemiah ends up beating Mark, so Nehemiah gets 5 points. Wes ends up beating Brad, so Wes gets 5 points. Naya beats Janae, so Naya gets 5 points. And Kayla beats the flop Kellyanne, no shade. So Kayla gets 5 points. Should I update again? Next update. Janae has now 9. Kayla has 8. She's on that girl ass.
Mm-hmm.
Naya has 6. She's right underneath them. Kellyanne flop ass has 2. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She wasn't doing much, babe. Nehemiah has 13. King is in the lead. Wes has 9. Wes is trying to catch up but struggling. But mind you, Nehemiah did have 5 extra points. Mark has 2. And Brad flop ass has 1. Still. Boom. After this, they switch up the original pairs. Now you are going to continue in order of who got first place in this competition. So the first place in this competition pair up, which is going to be, who was it? Naya and Wes. The last place is catching up, which is going to be Brad again because he's a flop, and Kellyanne. So Brad and Kellyanne are last. Whatever, we move. It's going to be Naya. Shit, who is it? God damn.
This one is Naya. Isn't it Naya and Nehemiah?
Yes.
Wes and Kayla,
Mm-hmm.
Mark and Janae, Kellyanne and Brad.
Yes. That's going to be the new pairings for this next challenge. This next challenge is they got to run up a hill. They have to grab some double bikes. And then they have to bike up the hill.
Biking?
Yes. And then they have to bike up the hill. And then whoever gets in order of that earns the consecutive points for that, which is 4 for the winner, 1 for the loser. Boom. So they do that. So they will do that. Wes and Kayla get there first, so they earn 4 points. Kellyanne and Brad get their second, so they earn 3 points. Nehemiah and Naya get their third, so they earn 2 points. And Janae and Mark, their chain pops. Yeah. So they have.
And apparently, this is like the second time Mark's bike has broken in the final. So he's definitely cursed.
He's definitely cursed. So they end up there last. The updated points are. Now, Kayla is in first place. Kayla has overtook Janae's first place. Kayla has 12 points. Janae has 10. Naya has 8. So the girls are really 2 points away from each other, which means if any of them just win a challenge,
competition.
It's
other
strong.
Than Kellyanne, of course.
And then Kellyanne is at last with 5. The boys, Nehemiah's at 15 and Wes is on his ass with 13. The other boys, I don't even have to update y'all. Next.
Yeah, they out of it.
They're out of it, babe, at this point. We'll update you if it changes. It won't, but we will if it changes. So, this challenge is a mental memory challenge. So at the top of the hill, or the bottom of the hill, whatever the fuck. At the top of the hill, they have a combination and they have 4 rows of 9 stars each. So there's 9 stars in the first row, second, third, and fourth.
Another hard ass challenge, y'all.
So they all are very, very similar, but one of those is going to be different than the replica that is all the way down the hill. Whichever one of those in each row is different will correspond to a number. For example, if the first one is different, that's number 1. If the 9th one is different, that's number 9. So each row will have a different number. Those 4 numbers will unlock a combination, and that will get you to the next stage of the game. You'll win the competition. Whew. God damn. So Kellyanne is going against Naya. Naya chose to go against Kellyanne instead of Kayla, and Kellyanne was like, I don't know why she chose to go against me.
Because she knows she can beat you, mama.
she knew she can beat you. Kayla goes against Janae. Wes goes against Mark, and Nehemiah goes against Brad. Expect Brad to lose.
Why are you going against Brad?
I just don't like him. He pisses me off. Okay, so Kayla is scared of Janae. So Kayla's scared of Janae. She's like, ooh, Janae is so good at memory. I just know I'm finna lose. So she's scared.
Mind you, she had to cheat off Naya in the last memory competition, so we know she's not winning.
So Wes wins his matchup. Naya wins her matchup. Queen. So this is the second time Naya has won. Naya's the only girl who won both because Janae wins instead of the other girlies. and then Brad wins. Girl. Janae says, see, I thought I was...
Give Brad his 10s. Give him his 10s. Come on.
Brad wins. Congratulations. I forgot he even won one. Janae says she actually needs to watch out for Naya. She said, initially, I thought I had to watch out for Kayla. Clearly, I was wrong.
It's Naya.
Naya's the it girl.
Y'all thought because my sister was crying and had her little moment that Naya wasn't in the game to play. Now she had her tear up. You know, she grieved over Miss Jordan, and now she's back in the game. The hurricane is back, babe.
Hurricane is back, babe. So at this point, Janae has 15 points. Naya has 13. Keep in mind, Janae had a 5-point lead. So the fact that Naya's on point, yes.
Naya, mind you, Janae had a 5-point lead, and Naya was dead last with 1 point. And she, after this challenge, is second, babe. 2 points away, babe. If Janae didn't have that 5-point lead with the stars, I mean...
Naya would literally be in first, period. So anyways, Naya's in second for now. Kayla's in third with 12 points, and Kellyanne... Ooh.
It's out of it at this point. It's bad. And she literally has 5 points. It's
the boys. Wes has overtaken Nehemiah. And now Wes has 18 points. Nehemiah has 15 points. Brad has 9 and Mark has 3. So it's really right now at this point, it's Wes versus Nehemiah. And then
Brad
the girls
potentially
it's right up there. Katie? Or is it Wes versus Nehemiah?
Well, it's Wes versus Nehemiah.
All right. Because even if he get 5 points, he still doesn't overtake neither of them. He would have to win 2 in a row.
But that's not impossible, is my point.
But they would also have to not win. He's not winning.
Okay.
So for this for this next round, is the new pairs are going to be Nehemiah and Kayla, Brad and Janae, Mark and Kellyanne, and Wes and Naya. So this is where Wes and Naya were paired up. They have to race to some kayaks, and basically TJ was like, every challenge has had a kayak mistake, and so we need to make sure there's some kayaks in this whatever the fuck. So they gotta go race to some kayaks, do some kayak shit, but the episode ends.
I just feel like what pisses me off is that this could have literally been 2 hours. I mean,
an hour and 30 minutes.
30 minutes. I mean, it's literally on a streaming site. You know the Challenge USA and Big Brother US will start next week. Baby, ain't nobody finna tune into this shit for real like that, and y'all know that.
They know that. They played themselves is what they did. It's weird. I don't know what made them into... Why was this not just an hour, 30-minute finale? We literally are done, y'all.
We're done, y'all.
We can't even analyze because we just got to wait for the next...
It's not done.
We're in the middle of a competition.
They didn't even start like a cliffhanger. Like, it wasn't even, oh my God. It was next week on
Survivor. Like, what the fuck? At this point, Wes and Nehemiah are battling, and the girls are all up in the air. So we have no idea who's going to win. We just know Brad and Kellyanne are not going to win. That's all we know. And honestly, Mark is flopping. Like, Mark is literally
poor
below
Mark.
Brad.
It's okay. It's okay. He's the Godfather.
It's not okay. He literally created this shit to lose every season. Oh, no shade. No shade. Anyways, y'all. That was the episode. It was an entertaining episode. It was an entertaining final. I do like the idea of the point system because I think it really equalizes certain things because you could win a physical comp and then you can win a memory or lose a memory, whatever. You know, equalizes shit, makes it even. But however,
I will say this is definitely like I love this layout for a challenge. Like this was like a great for the final challenge. Yeah, like that. This was great. This was great.
Period. With that being said, check us out next week. We will be covering the final, the actual finale or whatever. Tune in for that. Also tune in for the Challenge USA because we will be covering that. Also tune in for Big Brother 24 because we will be covering that. Later in the year, we're going to be covering your faves to the Challenge 38 or whatever. So check us out for that or whatever. Thank y'all for tuning in throughout the season. It's a wonderful thing having y'all. Follow us on our social media at T Reality Kingdom. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your sister, tell your brother, or whatever. Bye.